Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, right on Long Island. 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. And also brought to you by Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist, meeting all your decorating needs, whether you want your home decorated for the holidays, Halloween and Christmas are coming soon enough, or you might want to become a professional decorator and do this as a business. They're at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, New York, also on Long Island. 631-957-5106, and the website is liholidaylighting.com. We have a new, we're going to have a new tropical storm developing here in the northwestern Caribbean. Disturbed weather there has gotten much better organized. It's been doing so rather rapidly. We can definitely see a circulation here that has formed. And the Hurricane Center has designated this Tropical Depression 9. It's probably very close to tropical storm strength as it is, based on satellite analysis. And an Air Force reconnaissance aircraft will be there this afternoon. So we could very well have Tropical Storm Ida tonight. The reason why I'm putting this up front and center is the fact that when we look at the forecast track, it is forecast to move northwestward. We already have tropical storm warnings up for western Cuba and the Cayman Islands, and then become a hurricane. And it could possibly reach hurricane strength before it gets to western Cuba. And it may become a major hurricane. And the reason why we're saying this with a relatively high degree of confidence is that when we look at conditions in the upper atmosphere, they are very favorable for tropical cyclone strengthening, especially in the Gulf of Mexico. There's a period of time, probably sometime on Saturday, where conditions may be favorable for rapid strengthening. So even the Hurricane Center mentions the fact that this could become a major hurricane before it's all said and done. No impact here, although down the road, it's possible that we could get into some of the rains from this, the leftover rains, but that won't be until maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. In the meantime, as we look at our weather here in the Northeast, it's pretty quiet. We've got sunshine. We've got hot and humid conditions pretty much everywhere as temperatures reach up into the upper 80s and low 90s. Beaches, pools, definitely the place to be. And we are going to maybe throw in the chance for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm late this afternoon or this evening. But for the most part, I think 95 to 99% of the area probably won't see much of anything in terms of shower and thunderstorm activity. And as we take a look, in fact, at rainfall forecast, now this carries us through next Thursday. So the vast majority of this is going to come for whatever leftover rain is from this tropical system. Now, we could see some showers and storms over the weekend. We have a frontal boundary that is going to be stalled over New Jersey, right, probably cutting the state in half. So if you are south of that frontal boundary, if you're in southern New Jersey, southern Pennsylvania, and point southward, it's likely to remain very warm to hot, and it will definitely remain humid right through this coming weekend and into next week. And very close to that frontal boundary itself, we're going to wind up seeing some showers and some thunderstorms develop from time to time. If you're north and east of that frontal boundary, then you're going to have an onshore wind, and that probably is going to mean for cloud cover and also the chance that there could be a shower or a thunderstorm. I don't think it's a situation where it rains all through the weekend. There will be some long dry stretches in between, but it's not going to be a perfect weekend by any means. Meanwhile, before we even get to that, we've got Friday, and Friday is going to be another hot and humid day from northeast Virginia to southern New England, with high temperatures in the upper 80s to lower 90s. So I'm going to start off with the upper air down in the tropics and in the Caribbean to show you why this one is different from the last one, in that we're not worried about this coming up the East Coast. And the reason for that is that we have this nice upper high that's sitting off the North Carolina coast, and the ridge extends pretty far to the west into the Gulf states, at least for now. This system here, if you remember, Grace from last week wound up tracking straight westward because the ridge was built so strong across the Gulf states that there was no opportunity for this system to turn. Well, it's a bit of a different scenario this weekend, because we do have the ridge actually weakening as we go through Friday and into the weekend. And if you watch that closed swirl there moving across western Cuba, that represents the new tropical storm or hurricane by the time it gets into the Gulf of Mexico. And again, with that much weaker ridge that is centered over North Carolina and not built back all the way across the Gulf states, this system is going to be able to move around the periphery of that upper high, that should be an H there, and move into the Louisiana coast sometime probably later Sunday or Sunday night. Looks pretty ominous here as far as the potential for strengthening. Meanwhile, after it goes inland, that ridge really starts to weaken and the upper feature begins to open up and lift up to the northeast. And that's why we think we probably will see some rain from this. I'm thinking maybe later Tuesday night or sometime on Wednesday. But let's back up and take a look at what we think is going to be going on for the upcoming weekend. And I think it's going to be again, questionable because of this frontal boundary. Just running it back again, to chance of a pop-up shower or storm widely scattered today. Tomorrow there may be a bit more numerous. You see them here on the GFS getting bubbling up here late tomorrow afternoon and evening. Again, not everybody gets into those. The front stalls out just about over southern New Jersey. There's a high that's building down from northern Maine. So the front on this run actually makes it a little bit further south into southern New Jersey and almost into northern Delaware, northeastern Maryland. So if you're in that near that frontal boundary, pay attention, because that's going to impact the forecast for you. And in fact, we're noticing here during Saturday, it's mostly a wind off the ocean. The frontal boundary might be further south. If it does wind up being further south, that's actually a bit better for areas up to the north. We'll get to see a little bit more in the way of sun. But because it's close enough, you're seeing that the model does generate a couple of showers and storms. This is Saturday afternoon in New Jersey and just south of the South Shore of Long Island. And then come Sunday, the high starts to move off the coast. We begin to reverse and start to bring the winds more around to the southeast and south. There's a little surface low that develops off the Virginia coast there. So again, little factors here complicating matters with regards to the amount of cloud cover we'll see over the weekend. Very warm and humid Monday and Tuesday. Monday night, a weather front moves on through, going to stall out on top of us. And at least as far as we have of the new GFS, which goes out to Tuesday night, you can see the swirl there, the remnants of whatever tropical system coming in. And if we watch going into this, if you take a look over western Cuba and then just zeroing in into southeastern Louisiana, making landfall here sometime late Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. The GFS has it at about a Category 2 hurricane. When we look at the intensity guidance from earlier today, we have a number of models strengthening this to a Category 2, and 3 of them actually take it up to a Category 3. Almost all of them bring this up at least to a Cat 1. But given what I'm seeing with the upper air conditions, I think this could very well become a major hurricane before landfall. And when we look at the forecast tracks from the latest run of the hurricane tracking models, you can see how very tightly clustered they are. Pretty steady northwest track all the way through the forecast period, and all of them take it in somewhere into the southeastern part of Louisiana. Some of the outliers are a bit more to the west, obviously, but you kind of want to draw an average here. It looks like southeast of Louisiana, just west of New Orleans, would be the target zone that I would focus on at this stage of the game. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North at Wellwood Avenue, 631-756-1125. For the best prices in town, omnitruevalue.com. And also wholesale holiday lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist, meeting all your decorating needs at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, 631-957-5106. And the website is liholidaylighting.com. The Joe and Joe Weather Show is back tonight, at 7:30 Eastern Time after taking a few days off as we recovered from late last week with Henri. But we will be on tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, which is Joe Cioffi. Very easy to find. Just put my name in the YouTube search box and you can find it. Subscribe to it. Join the conversation on the chat board. So hopefully we will see you later tonight.